Do you want to be well? I do believe, but help me not to doubt. The man in today's scripture reading had been crippled for 38 years. He spent every day of his life lying on a mat by the pool of Bethesda, hoping for a miracle. One day Jesus saw the man lying there in need. It was obvious that he was crippled, but Jesus asked the man a strange question. Do you want to be made well? The man's response was interesting. He began listing all his excuses. I am alone. I don't have anyone to help me. Other people have let me down. Other people always seem to get ahead of me. I don't have a chance in life. Jesus didn't say, Yes, friend, I agree with you. You had a tough time. No, Jesus looked at him and said, in effect, if you're serious about getting well, if you're serious about getting your life in order, if you really want to get out of this mess, here is what you must do. Get up off the ground, take up your bed, and be your way. When the man did what Jesus told him to do, he was miraculously healed. That's a message for us today. If you are serious about being well, if you really want to be made physically and emotionally whole, you must get up and get moving with your life. No more lying around feeling sorry for yourself. Stop making excuses. Stop blaming people or circumstances that disappoint you. Instead, start forgiving the people who hurt you. Trust God. Get up and step into the great future He has for you. Today can be a turning point in your life, a season of new beginnings. Refuse to live with a victim mentality any longer. You might be saying, I just don't understand why this is happening to me. I don't understand why I got sick. Why did my loved one die? Why did my marriage break apart? Why was I raised in such an abusive environment? You may never know the answer, but don't use that as an excuse to wallow in self-pity. Many of the why questions of life will remain a conundrum, but trust in God and accept the fact that there will be some unanswered questions. Keep in mind, just because you don't know the answer doesn't mean that one does not exist. You simply haven't discovered it yet. Usually we can deal with the situation if we can locate a file in our thinking in which we put in. But what happens when things don't make sense? When a good person is stricken with serious illness, or a child is born with birth injury, or a husband or a wife walks out of a marriage, what happens when life doesn't fit neatly into our categories? Each of us should have what I call I don't understand it file. When something comes up for which you have no reasonable answer, instead of dwelling on it, trying to figure it out, simply place it in your I don't understand it file. In the meantime, you must muster enough faith to say, God, I don't understand it, but I trust you, and I'm not going to spend all my time trying to figure out why certain things have happened. I'm going to trust you to make something good out of it. You are a good God, and I know you have my best interests at heart. You promise that all things will work together in my good. That is faith, and that is attitude God honors. When my father was growing up, she developed the dreaded disease of polio. She had to wear heavy brace on her leg for many years, and even today, one of her legs remains shorter than the other. Mother could have easily said, God, this isn't fair. Why did this happen to me? But mother didn't do that. She refused to see herself as victim. See, she saw herself as a victor, and God brought her out of that difficulty. Your difficulty can make you bitter, or they can make you better. They can drag you They can drag you down and make you a sore person, or they can inspire you to reach for new heights. You can sit back and make excuses to stay in mediocrity. That's easy. You can make excuses, have a bad attitude, or a poor self image. Anyone can do that. But if you want to live your best life now, you must reach out to God. Shake off self pity, get up, and move on with your life. Today's prayer for your best life now. Rather than focusing on why certain things happen to me or those I love, I choose to focus on you, Father, who you are, and what you have promised to do in my life as I trust you. I want to be better. I want to be healed from anything that would keep me locked in the past. Today I will step into great future that you have for me.